What is up, YouTube.com? It is me, Ojama Garrett, with day 74, I believe. 74 of managing 20 channels. Now, we're going to talk about today, but it's going to be three things. So first, I just want to talk about how yesterday, in this intro, I took yesterday off. I messed up my systems because I had some time off. And then it's slow getting back into it. You know, it's harder to restart than it is to maintain, but just got that out of the way. I want to jump into the episode. Today's going to be kind of like a two-parter. We're going to talk about the day, you know, whatever, the results or the progress so far for the channels. But before that, I want to get into some comments because I have hit a wall of comments. So, I mean, spicy drama is good for YouTube growth, so this is going to be pretty spicy, I think. I made a video, a short, about some pretty hot take, my hottest take I think I have at least put on the internet so far, and that is about high school. So before we hop into the video, before we hop into the comments, let's look at the video. If you are being severely bullied from high school environment, just drop out and start working. That is my take. If we watch the video here real quick, let me pause the music and I'll just run it back.
So if you're being bullied heavily at school, I recommend you work as hard as you can to drop out. And I'm saying that again because on one hand, you're going to get a high school diploma, which everybody has, and nobody actually gives a shit. I don't have a high school diploma. Nobody's ever stopped me from employment at the types of job, like factory jobs.
Now this is important. I just want the context of the video when I respond to the comments on the video. I just want the whole context here, okay?
Not having a high school diploma, and then on the other hand, so you stick it out to get the high school diploma, and then you get like say 16. So you drop out at 16.
And I know, not a very good video. This is on my break time. Normally when I shoot these shorts, it's on my 15-minute breaks at work, so keep that in mind.
Drop out at 15, and then on the other hand, if you stick it out for the high school diploma, you get bullied for 2 more years. So you have 2 more years worth of baggage you got to deal with for a high school diploma. Think about that.
So yeah, it's crude video. I will say that. So my commentary, the point of the video is that if you're being bullied severely in high school, which is what I was. So I mean, I was bullied all throughout school, elementary, middle school, and high school. I suffered through it. I am a person today. I have success, despite the fact. But, you know, as I was being on the low... Okay. The point of the video, sorry. If you are being severely bullied through school, I am positing that you should drop out as soon as you can. Like 13, 14, 12, whatever. I do believe that wholeheartedly. If you are not a fit for the system is going to grind you into a powder and try to destroy you, okay? Now, I might be being a little hyperbolic there, but the logical conclusion, so the extreme cases I am talking about in this hyperbole, is that... I just want to be a little bit bigger, I don't know why. I feel like, yeah, sorry. So, the extreme cases do happen, okay? So, there is extreme cases. So, again, be bullied for a high school diploma, so it's like a trade-off here. Be bullied for a high school diploma or drop out and start working. You know what I mean? So I believe that if you are being bullied tremendously, that it's like destroying you, drop out. High school's not worth it. The diploma is not worth it. And there's many reasons why, but I want to just wanted to talk about the gist of the video before I went in and started addressing comments, okay? So hopefully I ramble a lot. I don't script, so you're going to have to bear with me, so forgive me, please. I'll try to be patient. So, comments here. I got kind of I should probably move over here while I'm doing this so you guys can see the comments better. Sorry about that. So, I got mixed reviews here. So, if we look at the analytics of the video, let's look at the audience. I think that's where it tells likes to dislikes. I don't remember where it's at. Sorry. Content, shorts. 5 likes, 3 dislikes. So I would say that's a controversial position, okay? Because you have just about, you know, I mean, it's 62.5. It's not overwhelming one way or the other. I make a lot of controversial posts, whatever. So we're gonna hop into the comments. The first one is, if you drop out, get a GED, get a job, and get your AA online while working. I said yes. Just get the frick out of Dodge. Space to breathe lets you make better decisions. Thank you for the comment. So yeah, you know, I did agree there. This is wild advice, and I do understand this comment particularly because I'm coming out of nowhere, like the normal, you know what I mean? Like when I went through high school, and you hear it all the time, education equals more wealth. Education equals more wealth. Education equals more life. More wealth equals better life. So I understand how what I'm saying is very, very controversial, very against the norm, against the grain, goes against conventional wisdom. I understand that. Okay. So this, fair enough comment. You know what I'm saying? I get where you're coming from there. But I do think that I am correct. So anyway. Phil Swaim 392 says, also by the end of sophomore year, you have enough to get a GED, which is enough to get into community college. So big W there. See what I'm saying? So I mean, like, that is another logical step from what I'm saying. I'm not saying drop out. Everybody else who is commenting is now saying their next logical step. Like, when you hear that, they're filling in the blank. I made no claim about what you should do after you drop out. Well, okay, start working. Sorry. So I say to drop out and start working because it's simple. It's a whatever, but I don't want to dive too far into my argument until I get through all the comments. But this person is also making another, like, an addition to that logic. Okay, so I'm saying to drop out, start working. Also, by the end of the year, you have enough to get a GED. GED can get you a job at McDonald's, paying $15 an hour, get a job at Walmart, third shift. I know you can't do that as a 16-year-old, but a lot of Walmart jobs in my area are paying $15, $16 to fucking 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, whatever's the lowest age they can work. I know they start off, like, in my area around $16.50. So you get full-time hours, no problem. You can work a lot of overtime because, like, Walmart's always hiring, etc. So, again, whatever they add on, it's good enough to get into community college. Community college does open up, like, what, you got your associate's degree, so you can become, like, an accountant. You can get into IT. You can do da-da-da-da. The education doesn't have to stop. Like, I love this comment because, like, it sees what I'm trying to get at. It's like, get out of the environment that's causing you the pain so that you can actually make progress towards whatever. Because if you're getting, like, tremendously bullied, I don't think people understand this when you're on the receiving end of being like, I'm not talking about just, like, being called a few names. Like, that's the straw man argument, and we'll get to those. That's a part of the straw man argument, or, like, some of the rebuttal I've been getting from people is that when I do make this position, they're like, just because, you know, hate speech is protected speech. If you don't like words, get off the internet type people. Like, if you can't deal with being bullied, deal with it, bro. Just deal with it. But if you can't deal with it, then it sucks to be you. You should just die. That's essentially the attitude that is got from the from my end, the bullied side. Okay, so I'm speaking as someone who was bullied a lot. That's how it comes to me. You know what I mean? It's never ever just a couple words. The reason why it's a straw man is because it builds up over time. It never gets resolved. Sorry, my camera's lagging out. Etc. Before I get too far into the weeds, I like this comment because, yes, it's just a step. You know what I mean? The reason why I want you to drop out is because start working, make some money, get away from the bullied people, go into whatever. Start your life. Start your life early is all I'm saying. Like, there's no reason. The high school diploma is not worth years of baggage, is what I'm saying. So they said, yeah, anything to support people continue education while escaping bullying. I'm so sorry. Our schools are failing our youngsters. And I agree with this wholeheartedly. I think that the proof that our schools are horrible and nobody should go to them, honestly, personally, American schools, I'm sure people got good, whatever, but, like, there's, like, a majority. There's, like, an 80% of people who are probably just doing just fine in school. But there's a 20%. This is kind of the ratio here. I think if one student's getting bullied to the point where they want to, like, end their life, that's too many. And it's not just one. But it's a very multifaceted problem. But, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, I can use my experience, and then, like, I can point at every single school I bet I go to, and we can find the same thing. And you can see it in video game culture. That's, like, where the most internet culture, the comments are always, you know, competing. Like, everybody's competing to be the worst person possible, to bully the best, essentially. So I mean, like, whatever is fine and dandy. If that's how people want to spend their time, like bullying or whatever, that's their humor and stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of people can handle that, but there is individuals in the country, either knowingly or unknowingly, being bullied to the point where they don't want to be alive anymore. And those are the people I'm trying to talk to. I'm trying to reach, but saying, get the fuck out of school. Anyway, running away from your problems is not the solution. I was going to say a comment. This is a joke. I'll just show you guys what my joke was. I had a really funny joke, but I was trying to be serious here. But running away from your problem is not the solution. I said, what if the problem was being really overweight? Wouldn't running away be a really good first solution for this problem? But yeah, I figured that wouldn't be constructive, so I just didn't post that. But I sent it to my friends. But it was a funny joke. So yeah. We have Mick Wayanarcha, 1861. Much better advice. This is me to this guy, Mick. You're wrong. Anyway, I just hate people who, like, jerk each other off. Like, this whole, like, what is it called? Popularity contest, whatever. Like, make your own arguments, whatever. Nobody gives a shit if you're like, I agree with this position, or I agree with this position. Like, I'm starting a conversation to, like, have an argument. I don't know. Sorry. Maybe I'm just nitpicking there a little bit, but whatever. Running away from your problem is not the solution. So then I responded, sorry, Tim, the statement doesn't hold up, and I'll quote Thomas Sowell to refute. There are no solutions. There are only trade-offs. Thomas Sowell is a brilliant economist, Mr. Moneyman. Okay? He's a really, really smart guy. So I feel like that there are no solutions. There's only trade-offs. And I'm not saying that, like, dropping out of high school is going to solve all your problems. But, like, if you are being severely bullied where, like, you go to school, then you go home and you can't do anything, like depression, like depressive episodes, anxious episodes, whatever, you are so distraught, you have no hope for the future, where you just lay on your floor, you just watch porn, you just do the things that you do, you self-medicate through drinking or self-harm or any of those other things, the diploma is not worth it, okay? The diploma is not worth it. The thing that everybody gets and actually has no merit on whether you get a job or not. Anyway, so I called out Mick and I said, if you want to debate, I'll debate. We'll debate this because, like, I just hate people who just run around and circle jerk. I don't like circle jerkers. You didn't present any arguments. You're just kind of a pussy in my eyes. Sorry. Whatever. Adrenaline's 06 said, or you can take some kickboxing and jiu-jitsu classes, build confidence, get in shape, face your boys, get the girl, and get a high school diploma. Like, dude, like, these things, there's a, like, I feel like this was a meme, but this is like anime advice. This is like Naruto. Like, oh, Naruto was hated by the village. I'm gonna freaking... But secretly, he had the Nine-Tails demon in him. And secretly, he was being bullied, but he ended up being the most powerful being in existence. That's not real life. Nobody... Like, most of the people who are getting bullied are losers. Like, and I'm not saying that like meanly. I'm saying like objectively. Like, they are low on the totem pole. And they are picked out because they're easy targets. And it's easier to pick out low-hanging fruit if you're in a pack. So like when you have a pack of 10 kids, even if those packs of 10 kids are very like pathetic on their own, when you group them up, they're still bigger than one loser, right? Okay? Sorry. And I'm not saying that to insult. I'm saying it as like verbiage to describe a type of character, like somebody, you know, imagining somebody who is a loser or whatever. Whatever. It's like you can't also too, sorry. You can't just go take kickboxing and jiu-jitsu classes and then magically you're able to take on all your bullies and all the haters stop, whatever, and stuff like that. Like, there is, if you go do something hard, you will build confidence in yourself. So there is that. I'm not trying to say this is stupid. It's like, it's anime advice. Like doing something hard, like just having a hard goal and then succeeding at it is going to build your confidence and help you deal with the trauma. But it doesn't get rid of the damage. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't want to go there, but get in shape, face your boys, get the girl. That is like, you're saying that in all of these cases, you're going to build confidence, get in shape, face your boys, and then get the girl, and then get a high school diploma after that anyway, like also an extra reward or whatever. Like, but you don't, this doesn't recognize the reality of life. Like, anybody who's being severely bullied is not going to go to a kickboxing class, is not going to go to a jiu-jitsu class, because they're going to have no strength, no will, like they're just angry and bitter and whatever, and they're not in the right state of mind. Like, the only things that they can do, like I'm imagining myself back then when I couldn't function. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, there was no option. There was nothing. Like, I'm an anxious mess today because I stuck out. I eventually dropped out, but I waited till I was a senior. And the only way I was able to actually like motivate or get through school was to like participate as little as possible. And I should have just dropped out whenever I could have. My life would have been a lot better today if I just dropped out, started working, but I can tell my story later. But this is unrealistic. It is much more realistic to just tell someone, hey, instead of going on this massive quest to then get a high school diploma as your only reward, just drop out of high school and start working. Like, if you just drop out of high school and start working, you're going to get a lot more than this thing is like the greatest reward from this trade-off is offering, okay? Getting a girl and a high school diploma. And it's like, what? The work is not worth it, bro. Like, you're gonna go to kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, become a master fighter, go to school, get in a fight with your bullies, then get expelled because you're fighting your bullies. Most schools have no violence policies, whatever. When I got into fights at school, I got punished the exact same as the person who started the fight if I ever tried to defend myself. And a lot of schools are like that. And then, so you want me to get expelled, beating someone's ass, potentially putting somebody in prison, or putting somebody in the hospital too. So you want me to be violent. Potentially. I'm not saying, it's not even saying, it's saying face your bullies. It's not saying fight your bullies, but it's saying face them. But whatever. This is, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like spurring a little bit here, but this is not good advice. Like, the trade-off here, all this stuff, why not just drop out of high school? Just drop out of high school, get a job, start getting an income. You work for $12 an hour, you get about $450 a week, it's about $28,000 a year. You pay about $1,600 in taxes, and you're 14. Okay, so you're 14, you do that. So you got $26K a year. So times 4 was what, 5,204? Wait, no. Yeah, 5,204K. And by the time your high school bullies are graduating with a diploma, you've already got 104 grand potentially. Okay, it assumes a lot, but still, you're earning an income. You have 4 years experience. What's the biggest thing from college that college graduates are complaining about? Not having experience. When they get denied, they're like, have this degree and have experience. And then, that's a big meme. It's a big haha. They went to college. They don't have any experience now. How about trade-off? Get 4 years experience by the time you're 18. Do something similar like to this since you're working, whatever. No, where's the other one? Get a job, get your AA online while you're working, etc. But it's work. But anyway, this is like, I spent way too much time talking about this, but anyway. Chase Hillenberg says, bro, I don't know if this is good advice, which again, I understand, but I think it is good advice because you have relentless years of torture, forced torture for 8 hours a day, 8+ hours a day, where you are subjugated to torture, okay, for a high school diploma. Or B, you drop out. It's kind of scary. You go get a job at Dairy Queen. You get a paycheck. Okay. Plus, in a high school, you have hundreds, maybe potentially, depending on how big your school is. My graduating class was only 52. It was enough to drive me insane. But there's schools with thousands of kids in them, all torturing you. Like you have a bunch of apathetic school teachers that are just there for tenure, don't give a fuck about you. They don't love you. They don't care about you. Why would they? They don't have time. Or B, you drop out, and at least you get paid. Okay. This is where I'm like, Mick is like, oh, Mick's two of us. Like, circle jerk central here, bro. Like, cool, bro. Like, Mick, you want to debate this? Whatever. Let's debate. Anyway. Just stop being a dork and maybe you won't get bullied. So, just stop being a dork and you won't get bullied. I said that's really funny you say this because this is ammo to prove my point. Did your daddy or father figure never tell you to man up? Stop caring about other people and live your life. Don't hold your life back. Just a couple idiots said a few words you didn't like. When you get older, you'll forget about all that stuff. And I said, I'm going to respond to this in a video. Feel free to check it out. Tell me when you're posted. I'd love to hear your response. So this is to you specifically. You said, just stop being a dork. Maybe you won't get bullied. That is something I tried first. I was who I was, and then I tried to conform. So, that's when you're saying stop being a dork, you are suggesting by saying this to the bullied to conform to whatever standard that the system is imposing. And I say it like that because every school is going to have a different culture. They're going to have different things that are cool. There's going to be like a wrestling school, a football school, a cross-country school, curling school, whatever school, this school. I don't know what the schools are like today. I just know like there's a general viciousness of teenagers that just is inherently just because of the hormonal release and the uncontrollable the inability to control the power that is being like dumped into a human body at that time, especially with like a breakdown of like the family unit. And then like, you have so many single parents, double working people, etc. Like the home, there's no structure in the home life to control the brutality of children. So when they get sent into school, it's just like unrestricted, very limited child rearing to force structure onto them to force them to constrain themselves by school systems that constantly complain about not having enough resources to control these kids, so they just let it happen. And that's going to be different on so many different scales. So, like you suggesting just to conform, like I said, I tried that and it helped a little bit. And it gave me a false sense of security that these people were like allowing me into their circles and stuff like that. But it just like led to more and more abuse and whatever. And I could hear my brother chirping in my ear. Every story, bro. There's two sides to every story. And he made the claim before that like because the other people aren't here to say that it's easy for me to say this. And when he was asked about it by my friends, he's like, oh, I just thought our life wasn't that bad because he was living his own life where his life wasn't that bad. But he wasn't living my life, which was really, really bad because he didn't have to subject himself to the same 8 hours at that same school every day to a different whatever. So this is kind of what I'm saying. Like, people just don't stop to think about what's happening in the shoes of the bullied. They don't sit there to, like, I have personal experience to, like, immediately empathize and immediately understand what's happening in those situations that a lot of people who are bulliers or aren't as bullied, or, you know, people who aren't subjugated to it, they just cannot comprehend or conceive it because they don't have the experiences that reflect what they're going through, like being the bottom of the barrel, like the very, very bottom of society, the human debris, the what's the word? The deplorables, the dirty, the ugly, you know, the lepers of society, stuff like that. I was one of, I still feel like one. That's why I am the way I am today. But like, try to step outside of your shell and understand, like, become them. You know what I mean? Become that person and understand from their point of view that being a dork, maybe you won't get bullied, is not a good. It's not a good response. And it's not a good response because, like, if you're just simply different, you're gonna get bullied. So you can't fake who you are. Like, if you are a certain way, you are that way, and everybody's gonna see it on some level. And it just, like, it's gonna come in waves, like how the bullying happens and stuff like that. But then I'll just, whatever. Maybe that's all I needed to say about that. This isn't good. So then he said, did your daddy or father figure never tell you to man up? Stop caring about other people and live your life. Don't hold your life back. Just a couple idiots said a few words you don't like. This is what I was saying before about the straw manning. Just a couple idiots. You're assuming that all bullying is just a couple words that you don't like. Like, bullying happens on many, many different levels. And again, in the context of my video where I'm saying, if you are this, then this. If you are severely bullied, drop out. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm saying it's not worth it. Having gone through it myself, it's not worth it. When you get older, you forget about all that stuff. When you don't take into account here that when you get older, you have to get there first, bro. Okay? So if you got high suicidal ideation, say you do get to that age, like, I'm still undoing a lot of damage from coping mechanisms that I had to... The baggage. The coping mechanisms I developed to survive. A lot of them were very, very unhealthy and not good. Okay? So instead of going through what I went through and now I have to undo all this damage, avoid my path. Go, just drop out, start working. Because, like, when my life started to turn around, I was working. And then, you know, I took my relationship seriously. Or I took a relationship seriously. And, you know, I got the girl of my dreams. We've been working on a relationship for a very long time. My life didn't start until I just said this last night or the night before, I don't remember. My life literally started 8 years ago, and I'm 32. Okay. Oh, my dad did tell me to man up all the time. My dad beat my ass, and so did my brothers, and so did my cousins, and so did the kids at school. Everybody beat my ass. I'm a big yapper. I don't know if you can tell from this video, but I yap, and I would talk a lot of bad shit trying to stand up or fight back against the bullies, and it just led to ass beatings, because when I grew up, it was a different time. It was right on the line of when, like, all physical violence was, like, immediately, like, hyper punished. Like, you could get away with an ass beating multiple times as long as you could, like, be smart about it. Like, you know, I'm sticking my head in my locker, and a kid comes up and slams my face into my fucking locker, and then, you know, I try to go tell him, and they say, no, I didn't see it. Or, you know, oh, no, I didn't do that. And then the teacher's like, well, it's a he said, she said. I know you got a huge bruise on your face, but you don't have any evidence. Sorry. Sorry. Stop caring about other people and live your life. Like, how are you supposed to do that when you're a child? So, like, you can do what you can do, but from when you are 1 years old or 0 years old to 18 years old, the state and your parents have a stranglehold over your life and you can run away, stuff like that. But then that leads into a bunch of other stuff. I mean, like, again, don't hold your life back. Oh, right. Oh my God. I didn't even talk about it. The high school diploma is a waste of fucking time. Nobody cares, bro. And I'm proof of that. I haven't had a high school diploma my entire life, and I'm making, like, I think this year, like, sorry, I'm not allowed to brag. I own a home. And a lot. I got 2 kids. Somehow I'm paying for it all. I understand that like my lifestyle is a little bit subsidized by like state programs and stuff like that, but like use advantages that are given to you. But yeah, I mean like, but I'm still here. I got a computer. I have some free time. I have an ability to pursue 20 channels on YouTube. No high school diploma. 0 high school diplomas. No GED. Nothing. No education. Magic. That high school diploma, bro. No, when I apply places, they see that I have machine operator experience. They see that I've operated 20-ton cranes. They've seen that I've like whatever. I've done a lot of jobs. It has nothing to do with a diploma, piece of paper, bro. Like I understand that I am limited in terms of college fields, but if I really want to do with them college, sorry, don't want to be disrespectful. I almost said college dipshits. Sorry, but I'm not going to say that. Self-educate. Do it yourself. The education streamlines you into a job for a big corporation, which again, then that would lead me into another argument that I would not even fucking, don't work for anybody. Don't make your end goal to work for someone else who doesn't give a shit about you. Like time and time again, look at corporate America. Look at America. You think anybody gives a shit about you except for like your family, your like personal group? Like capitalism, bro. Liberals, conservatives, whatever, you know what I mean? Like we're all just fighting for no reason. And no, but I'm not even saying that to take a side. I'm just saying like these are all evidences that nobody gives a shit about you. So why the fuck do you give a fuck about them? Do your own thing. Like if I want to be an engineer, I'm gonna read some books. I'm gonna look up stuff on YouTube. I'm gonna hit ChatGPT up. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna pick some projects. I'm gonna pick a small project. I'm gonna do it. That's what I started doing with coding. That's what I started doing with this YouTube shit. That's what I started doing with everything I do. You just start doing it, bro. Fuck a degree. Degrees don't stop anybody from doing anything. You want to learn calculus? Do calculus. You want to do algebra? Do algebra. It has nothing to do with going to college. Why pay $10,000 to $20,000 a year in tuition, completely uproot your life to go to get indoctrinated by a fucking school and whatever opinions it has? I'm not saying like it can be left or right or whatever, but you're going to get spoon-fed. It's like you're getting spoon-fed a fucking agenda from like whatever, and that's getting very conspiratorial. I'm not even saying that, but even at the baseline, throw that stuff out. You're paying tens of thousands of dollars to go get fucked. Because by the time you get a degree, which takes, 6 years or 5, we'll just say 5 years to get an average 4 degree, you're just going to be partying, whatever, and, destroying your brain with the college culture. Like, yeah, I know, you didn't go to college, how would you know? I partied with them. Like I said. Anyway. Do everything right, you still get fucked. Like the high end of like a college degree, whatever. The greatest argument I heard from the other side about college diploma is never ever the degree or what the degree affords you, or the job you get. It's always networking. But like networking exists in every sphere. Like networking just means meeting people. And I'm not trying to downplay what they're saying and stuff like that, but I got messages here. Okay, not important. But I'm way off this. I'm gonna have to watch this back, maybe run the video back again. But yeah, I'll just do that right now. Oh wait, let me finish my point. Did your dad ever tell you to make? Oh yeah, he beat me up. He was distant. He was an asshole. He was a part of the bullying. He just forced me to do labor. I farmed for 18 years, or not 18 years. What was it? Fourth grade? No, after 3rd grade, I went from the suburbs to a fucking bumfuck nowhere farm, and went from like somebody who couldn't lift a bale to a like full-time farmer, to beef cattle and horses and other stupid shit. And like, because my mom was so like worried about safety, she would only allow me to use hand tools. So then I had to like dig post holes and go 6 feet deep through fucking whatever, with just like a post hole digger and a giant steel nail that I had to hit with a sledgehammer to break through the stone layer that I constantly hit, or whatever. I was a slave. I was literally a slave from when I was in 4th grade till I was 18. I was a slave at school. Yeah, I mean, like school. You're forced to go to school. You're forced to educate and stuff like that. You're forced to educate. That kind of sounds like slavery. But then on the other end, I was like literally when I was at home, I was a slave to farm, and then every weekend, my dad would take me to my grandparents, and then I was like forced to roof, forced to trench, forced to earn my keep, which was good. Ultimately, I'm very thankful for that because of all the hard work I was able to distill upon me. But as they were forcing me to work for them, I got no payment, and I got no, it was a very, what's the word? I'm not trying to be insulting because like they did their best, but it was still very cruel at the same time. So tell you to man up is it also not you can't tell. You have to go to their level, man. You can't just be like, do better. Because you know what I mean? Like, tell that, I don't know, man. Like, it don't work. It doesn't work. You just have to give people games that they can play from where they're at. And that's not a good game. That's not a good game. Just telling people to man up is not a good game. You have to meet them where they're at, and you have to see what they can reach, and then you have to give them that. And a lot more people can drop out and then go flip burgers at McDonald's a lot more than they can endure multiple years of punishment from a group of people that hate them. Okay? Especially if they don't have a home life to fall back into. You know what I'm saying? Start your life as soon as you can. Get that money. Get your own apartment. Do your own thing, bro. That's it. And I think that's it. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to watch all that back, but I'm not even done. Oh, that was one video. So then I gotta go to my main video here, day 72. Managing 20 channels. So the video is called My YouTube Journey, Day 72 of Managing 20 Channels. And the first comment I got here from Shenron, I doubt you have the energy to even do this for even 2 weeks. I doubt you have the energy to do this for even 2 weeks. 2 likes, bro. I'm going to like that too, bro. Hell yeah. Anyway. The video says day 72. Let me look up how much 2 weeks is. How many days are 2 weeks? Fuck, 14? Wait a minute. Is 72 days bigger than 14 or shorter? Wait, how many days until 14 days from 72 days? Okay, that's not answering my question very good. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT. How many days it is? 14 days from 72 days. Start with 72 days, add 14 days, 86. So it is 86 days from now. Sorry. Okay. Bro, I've been doing this. I've been making YouTube videos for a year. Okay, let's go look. I'm not trying to brag here, but I just want to show a little proof just for YouTube. 202 videos on my main channel. Let's go to any other channel here. Let's go to a newest channel. This is like my least worked on video channel, and it's still 5 videos. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty pathetic. But then if we go to something I've been working on for about 6-7 months here, RuneScape here, 106 videos. So we're still in the hundreds here. Now let's just go to my main channel. Let's look at the shorts. How many shorts did I make? 458. 458 shorts. 7 Days to Die. Here we go. Here's another channel. 100 videos. Let's go to the shorts on this channel. 77. Let's go to StarCraft. It's another channel here. 117 videos. Let's go to the shorts here. 31. Even let's go to my crappy AI channel, my AI music. 57 videos. Let's go to the shorts. 24. Okay, so I'm not saying, and I'm not making the claim that I'm good at this, or I'm the best YouTuber ever. I'm probably the shittiest YouTube ever. But your comment is just wrong and stupid. It's like really stupid. I'm sorry. It's like really stupid. And I don't mean that. I'm trying to be nice about it, but it's like the dumbest fucking comment I've ever seen in my life. Today. Let's just say today. Okay, this is the dumbest comment I've seen today. I doubt you have the energy to do this for even 2 weeks. So how did I make those videos then? Anyway. There we go. So now you get a heart too. I think it's even. So we got Savage Toby. Why? This seems like extreme effort for literally 0 gain. I said, I'm going to assume you're asking this in good faith, but I get the feeling it's not when you say things like literally 0 gain, when that is inherently absurd, which when you say things like literally 0 gain, it's inherently absurd because, like, if you clap your hands, you get something out of it. You know what I mean? Like, if you walk 20 steps, you get something out of it. If you do 1 push-up, you get something out of it, regardless of, like, what your when you say literally zero gain, you're implying that there's nothing of value, and you're being hyperbolic. So you're like trying to like slam it in my face, kind of. That's why I said it sounds bad faith to me. That sounds bad faith. And then he said it was a genuine question because I said that. And he said, sounds good. When I make this video, I'll explain non-competitively. Sorry for the exception. And again, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's just hop right into why I'm doing this. So, the first thing I would say is everybody's crazy until they're not, right? So, you know, I'm grinding out content here. Also, this is to show 2 weeks here. So this is December 24th, 3 videos, 9 videos, 6 videos, 9 plus, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 3, 6, 2, 7, 5, 1, 1, 1, 5. And that is from December 24th to January 20th. So that's a month straight of me posting just on one channel. I've been doing not perfectly 20, but I've been trying to hit 20 a day. Okay. So there you go. There's more proof to that one guy, how fucking stupid he is. So sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing like that or to bully or whatever, but it just irritates the fuck out of me. Anyway, so apologize one more time. Whatever. Back to your other comment. What am I getting out of this? It's fun. It's fulfilling. I'm learning skills. I am building systems. I am potentially going to get monetized on one channel. You know what I mean? And if I give up on the 20, I'll have one channel here that is about to get into monetization status. I just hit my 3,000. They just told me on my dashboard here. Just hit 3,000, so this has got to update. I think it says here. There it is. Showing data is January 16th, so it's got 5 days of no data. So there's 5 days of hours, which is probably like 50 hours here. That puts me there. Once I get the sub count, I'll be at a monetization. So I'll be able to get super chats and whatever this gives me. Super, shopping, and memberships. So I could have a membership. So I had a Patreon. I unlocked Patreon, super chats, and shopping. So that's fucking sweet. Anyway, so at the very least, if I just drop everything else, I will get monetized. This will be a hobby, extra income job. And I know you're saying extreme effort, and I know whatever. But in doing the hard thing, so like if I just drop 19 other channels, producing content for one channel is going to be like fucking a cakewalk now. Because if we look at my videos here, let's just take like 112 for instance. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 8. 20 here, I think. Oh, 19. And this is all one day. So as you can see here, it says 2025 1 7. So that's the date. These are the time. 20 videos in one morning. Okay, and like I call them tangible videos. Okay, so they're enough to get like 10 to 100 views, maybe more, depending on my brand. Like if I had a bigger brand, like I had one channel that had 100K subs, and I put these 20 videos out, each of these would be like 500. You know what I mean? And like based on RPM, so then more to it, right? So I understand the business. Essentially, the first thing I thought of, the main reason why I'm doing this is like if I could force myself to fail as many times as possible without breaking, breaking as in like becoming insane, literally insane. Like you have to check me in a mental hospital, not like when people say insane, like, oh, I'm tired. No, I mean like schizo shit. Or I die or whatever. If I could just force myself to go as many reps as possible, every time you experience something, you're forming a feedback loop of like what was wrong. I failed. So I'm like increasing the amount of failure I can go through. And then I'm getting like a 20x, well, just say 20x for the sake of it. It's probably more like 10 to 15x feedback loop of all of my failures. So then I see that as 15 to 20x more opportunities for me to figure the puzzle out. You know what I mean? So, and it's just really fun. I like being hardcore and extreme. I like doing extreme things. I'm not a normal guy. I think that was as a compensation to, I never had a group that validated me, so I have to validate myself, and I have to go against all of the voices in my head. When I say voices, I mean like all the bullies and every single person that's ever said something negative about me, which is millions of times. I'm not even kidding. Over the course of my life and all the people I've talked to and all the different things, I want to say millions. We'll say hundreds of thousands just to put whatever. But I have to go against all of those people that doubted me, hated on me, whatever, and I have to fight against all of them. So I do crazy shit. The only thing that shuts up the fucking voices in my head, like from the baggage, is the crazy challenges. Like I'm training to run an Ironman next year and doing all this and working a job and not sacrificing my family to do it. So like it makes it even harder. So like I normally try to do this in the morning from 2:45 a.m. to 4:30, post till 5, get on the road at 5 because to run to my job is 5 miles away. And then I go work my 8 to 10 hours and then I run home. And then I spend family time, which, you know, I'm still trying to do all this crazy shit at the same time. So, like, it's to grow and be the best person that you can possibly imagine I can be, whatever. And, like, if I make it, like, another hand, too, is, like, if I can figure out how to, like, monetize on 20 channels, then I'll feel confident enough that, like, when I tell people, like, on my YouTube tips channel, when I say is going to be relevant information, like, all this content I made on this channel, because everything I try to learn, I try to make a video and then try to go over how I'm doing what I'm doing. And you know what I mean, it's not really popular or whatever, but all the information's there for people to learn it. Oh man, 40-minute yap. Anyway, so there's that to answer your question. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. I know I'm like all over the place and stuff, but this is a lot of like bent up whatever feelings and stuff like that, and maybe it would have done better in a format where I'm just like scripting it out and reading a script or forming some sort of document or whatever, but I don't care. At this point I don't care. Like, this is more like a, this video or whatever I was talking about, like getting bullied and stuff, dropping out, is more of a, this is my, like a second iteration of trying to argue my point. But yeah. Yeah. Then part 3. Views in my progress. So, let's just run down views. I don't think I have too much more in me to do anything more than that. So we got 630. Let's look at subs. Subs have been kind of frozen here. Got one on 7 Days to Die. Everybody else is down frozen. I've lost 2 subs on Old School RuneScape, but I just got 1 back. And everybody else looks kind of chill. StarCraft lost 1, but that one kind of, it'll randomly get 5 and then lose 1. And my fucking camera is lagging a lot. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's just run it down. Let's run down views, baby. Analytics, 3. That's not bad. For longs, pretty good. For this channel, that's what I'm saying. Anyway. Roblox. Analytics, 3. Down the line, baby. Oops, skipped 7 days, my bad. Analytics for the Bible reading, 3. Woo. 7 Days to Die. 563. Christian commentary, probably gonna be like 0. 1. Yu-Gi-Oh guy, I'm gonna guess 15. 15! Amazing. Alright, let's bet the next one. Starry Sky Beats, 83. Come on, bro. 110. Wow, nice. Shit. Okay, Fortnite, I'm gonna go 7. 3. Fuck. Alright, next one is RuneScape. I think I just looked at this, but I'll go 500. 502! And these are all longs, by the way. That's amazing. This channel is just producing. 502. Did I get any comments on this? Nope. Cool. Boom. 271 view. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway. So those longs are really, really good. That'll help me get... Hopefully, I gotta get subs on that channel. Get going. So, 2 views here. 3. Amazing. Project Zomboard, I'm gonna go 9 views. 19. Amazing. Red Alert, I'm gonna go 5. So that got 9, so I got 10. Nice. What? 19 plus 10. Stardew Valley, 4. 2. Damn it. They're starting to get a little life in them. A little bit. Age of Empires, 0. I'm going to say 0. Yeah. No Man's Sky 7. 1. Damn it. Yeah, these down at the bottom were a little bit less love. Oh wow, 71 views. 66. Wow. What happened there? Let's see here. Any comments or anything? 2 likes. It's a 5-minute video. That worked out great. Cool, cool, cool. StarCraft Brood War. Here we go. 100? I might have already looked at that. Sorry about that GIMP click. 112. Yep. Tier list, bushcraft, probably 0 and 0. I'm just going to say 0. Divided by 2,000 times 365. We're at 369,000 a year. So if we go to YouTube views per day, 121, 25, 369, 927. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, cool. So that was the longest one I've done for a while. I doubt I'll get any watch time, but whatever. Whatever. I'm going to post videos. I'm going to try to hit my upload limit today, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye. Please subscribe.